true indeed. Yes, I can reckon that's word on my feed. I'm guaranteed to give you what you need. One blood, everybody like Junior Reed. Wake up every morning, yo, I must succeed. Nation. Yo, we about to make moves, set speed. Beast to make me fight Q-tip, I leash I need. Watch me out like Apollo Creed. Body, making you just be.
Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as we'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Now Mayfield. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They will run for the first time here with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss, they'll come up second and 13.
180!
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells their offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas, let's keep it going.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
The Bucs sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Oh, that one well designed as they'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Buccaneers first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
180! Hurry!
Opting to run again here with White. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Another big hit this one good for 18. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. What's up?
Here's Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
What's up?
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Hey, we got to switch it up. We got to switch it up. We got to switch it up.
Mayfield looks to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. Touchdown! Rashad White with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Devontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go. Kevin, go.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4.
Come on, come on. 60 ball check. Tap the 60. Tap the 60. Dragon 60.
Here's Milton now to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And caught it up. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. A little careless with the football. He also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Quick throw, Mayfield completes it. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
180. Real. Start.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Big time, let's go.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Mayfield. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashad White with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaproperty?
It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for Dallas. 56 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
70 Ranger, Cowboy, trap 50, trap 50.
Milton. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 49ers, 15-yard line.
This 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Panther 60, Panther 60.
To throw is Milton. Finding Pickens for another catch. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Come on, come on. Go.
Will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
They go right back to White here on 1st down.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
DeMar being overshown, the one to bring him down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. That's going to be caught.
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Mayfield to throw it. That's caught. Emeka Buka down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
Emeka Buka,
65 yards.
and the Buccaneers are able to add on to that lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Kevontae Turpin now to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
To throw, it's Milton. He finds Pickens over the middle. Down he goes at the 23 and pick up a 4.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Come on. 70 ranges. 60 by 60.
Throwing is Milton.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. There he goes. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Real. 180! Kings! Stop!
Mayfield down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Misdirection's the key on this play. They line up with 3 receivers to the opposite side of the tight end, and they're all going to work their way across the field and let the tight end slip underneath against flow the other way. They're banking that he can get lost, and that's exactly what happened as they pick up a first down.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Kings! 180! Point it right. Stop!
Mayfield on play action. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. They throw it out right complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bucs take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. On the return, this is Turpin. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
They're on the 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Following the interception, Mayfield. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Alert! Pistol. 180! Up! Kings!
To throw, Mayfield. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Come on.
Now Milton. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Ready.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go. Set. Cougar 19. Go.
Here's Milton. He'll try and do this himself. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. Mayfield off the play fake. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line.
First down team at their own 14-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Looking to put a drive together. They start the drive with a give to Blue. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now 2nd and 5. They go again with Blue. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. 1st and 10. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for the Buccaneer TD. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the 2nd half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The kickoff for the Buccaneers.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
2nd and 10.
18, 5 in. Go.
Back to throw. Milton. Left side to Lamb. Here's 3rd and 6.
A gain of 4. And it's
65.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now he'll tuck this and run. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Cowboys first down.
Ready?
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On the draw, here's Blue. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they get this game well in hand.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Here's Milton now to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Milton. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
18.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. The Cowboys offense, it'll stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do, and you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Mayfield. This is White on the screen. Sheds off the tackle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
180.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Second down and 4.
Pistol. Real.
And again, it's Mayfield. Oh, he's got Ibuka. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
White will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. On the return, this is Turpin. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready up.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Here we go.
Milton. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Here's second and 10.
18 Cardinals.
To throw is Milton. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if the defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third and 10. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
And the Cowboys first down.
Come on.
A gain of 14.
To throw, it's Milton. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
Pat the 60. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one quickly to Lamb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. This now a 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Throwing is Milton. He'll try and do this himself. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Milton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Oh, he dropped it, and that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Cowboy 80.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught. Tolbert. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22.
60 Vikings.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example of that. Obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging them, giving a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
25-yard line.
1st down, here's White. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the 1st. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
48-yard line.
Set. 1-8. Regular. What's up?
On the draw, here's White. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick 6 today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. Takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
At the 37-yard line.
Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. Well, this one nearly intercepted. That one might need to go back to the drawing board. Almost a disaster. And it winds up just an incomplete pass, though. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
180! Kings! Regular!
Mayfield with it once more. He'll try and do this himself. That is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Run.
Play fake. Mayfield. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And incomplete on a deep ball.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news now. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Ready? Come on, Buffalo 18.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one. It was the last throw intercepted. And the Bucs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.